Well, it's been a magical evening here, capped off by the perfect performance by that man right there, Kirani James, in his own stadium, delivering a 400-meter dash victory that has just electrified the stadium, and I'm sure this entire island. Well, Otto, where do you start? I mean, this has been some night. We began here with the beautiful sunshine and the ocean right behind us here in the stadium, renamed for Kirani James. Ran through a lot of great events in the field and in the sprints, but this capped off was just incredible. Was it perfect?
No, it wasn't perfect by no means, but growing pains. This is the very first one. I think the more important thing tonight is that the Caribbean is continuing to show that we are capable of delivering world-class events. And that to me is the biggest thing that happened here tonight, despite all the great performances, of course.
Well, with the way this evening has ended, there's only one fitting thing to do now, and that's to hear from Kirani James, and he is down with Alexis.
That's right, guys. I know I kid you not. This isn't the final of the Olympics, but it felt like that Kirani had to do his victory lap, and rightfully so. Kirani, your first race of the year in the stadium that has been named after you, and you won it. Can you even put this moment into words for us?
God is good, you know, and it's just a blessing to be out here. And I appreciate all my colleagues for coming out to compete, be a part of this. I'm just happy right now.
Well, Ato, Lewis, and I have been talking about you all day, all week for that matter. And we say it's hard to believe you're only 24 years old. I'm already calling you a legend because you've won the World Championship. You've won Olympic gold already. What's next?
You know, just to continue to try to improve and get better. Just keep on representing this beautiful country.
All right, well, what does events like these mean for Grenada? And just pretty much, you can actually big up yourself, you know, and revel in the success that you have brought this for Grenada.
Yeah, I mean, it's just an honor, to be honest, to be representing, you know, a group of very proud people. Just happy to be Grenadian.
Well, Stephen Gardner set a national record for the Bahamas just before you did. Did that make you want to go out really fast, or did you just stick to your game plan?
Well, I didn't see the race, so I couldn't gauge off it, but, you know, it's my opener, so just try to improve.
And what's next for you?
I'm not quite sure yet. Maybe a couple races in the U.S.
And then hopefully we'll be back here again next year.
Hopefully, yes.
All right, Kirani, congratulations once again, and thank you for having us in your beautiful country. So, Kirani, a very tired one, but a champion nonetheless. Let's go back over to you guys, who are champions in your own right as well.
Oh, thank you very much. Well, I think we'll both agree that Kirani has earned his rest for the evening, and wherever he shows up in the United States, the folks are going to really experience a great competition. But back here tonight to what's happened, Otto, I think this has been a groundbreaking moment for this country. Obviously, Kirani James being able to bring his expertise, his marquee value back home and bring all these athletes here with him by the help of Chris Brown. You know, this is a big deal for the Caribbean. What do you think could be the next steps for this area, including something that you should be doing maybe in Trinidad and Tobago?
Yeah, I agree with you, and I have said that I have to also get on board, because what has to happen is you have to take the lesson from what Kirani and what Chris Brown and the local organizing committee did. The star of each country has to figure out how to get a meet in their country. So we have the Chris Brown Invitational. We have the Alien Pompey Invitational in Guyana. Now this looks like it's headed towards being the Kirani James Invitational. People like me and the other stars from the different islands have to continue to follow that model, because as we said, the Caribbean punches way above its weight in the Olympic Games and in athletics, but you want to have the sport be developed in the Caribbean region. We shouldn't have to be going just to Europe or just the United States to have a meet of this caliber.
And I think the key is that you find these meets, you bring these meets in early in the season where athletes are looking for a place to come and pop the season off, where there's not a lot of pressure, and you've got great weather, and again, the chance to have maybe a little mini circuit between 2 or 3 islands could be really the key early on before some of the bigger outdoor meets hit. We surely hope that happens. We hope that all of you all have enjoyed watching this on ESPN Caribbean and, of course, ESPN2 back in the States. I have a feeling you'll see more international meets like this, and I don't know what to say about this crowd tonight. They have been just unbelievable.
Energy.
When we got here earlier on, I mean, they were already here loud, blowing the vuvuzelas, and, of course, everybody here stayed throughout the entire meet, and then, of course, the meet just came to this unbelievable crescendo at the beginning when they unveiled the new sign, the Kirani James Athletics Stadium, and then, of course, when he came on the track and delivered a magical performance. It's been pretty awesome.
Yeah, it has been. And let's just talk about this 400. Of course, I remember in the past interviewing Kirani James, interviewing LaShawn Merritt, and one thing they both had in common, they would always say, you guys focus on us because we have the big rivalry. But there are always guys out here trying to step up. We saw that in the last 2 years with Wade Van Niekerk of South Africa, who came, caught, and then passed Kirani and LaShawn. He's now the world record holder. When I see a guy like Gardner of the Bahamas opening in 44-2 and setting a national record, I go, you know what? I'm reminded of that, and maybe he can join that party because, it was 3 of them. Now it looks like it could be 4.
Could be 4. So tonight, athletes from 26 nations came to this island. Multitudes of Olympic medalists, including many who have won gold. We're here tonight to compete in the very first ever Grenada Invitational, and of course now in the newly named Kirani James National Stadium. And so we want to say congratulations to everyone who helped put this meet together. Malcolm Bascombe, of course, and Chris Brown did a great job, and of course Kirani James, whose name and his fame brought everybody here. To all the federations and officials, and of course the great Canadian fans who were here, packed the house in the newly Kirani James Athletics Stadium. Now and forever, a national hero for the Spice Island is Kirani James.